A very fresh morning to one and all present here. Myself Zainab Kagdi from Atmiya Green School, Jhadeshwar, Bharuch. We are back with English subject for class 5th. As we have already completed unit number 9, My Life. This was a story of APJ Abdul Kalam, and this story is taken from the excerpt of from the autobiography of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As we have discussed from the course book, as well as we have discussed the question answers from the course book. Today we will learn about the workbook. Here we are having in the workbook from the Oxford Revised New Pathways worksheet number 9 on page number 68. I'll request you to open the workbook for the better understanding. So, page number 68, the first thing is comprehension. In that magazine column, read a section from a magazine. The section is called Hear Me Out. It states the problems sent by the readers, followed by solutions given by other readers. As we already know what are magazines, and we should have the habit to read the magazines. I hope for better pronunciation and for speaking fluently English, you develop the reading skills. You can develop this skill if everybody wants to speak English fluently. But what we lack is proper reading skill. So, if you want to cultivate the fluency in English, I request you to read the new English newspapers as well as watch English news and watch English channels, and then you can even read novels and other books. So, for that, you can also read magazines. In magazines, there are certain columns. Here we are having one section which is named Hear Me Out, matlab meri suno. Here the readers, here a few reader used to send their problems, and and after that, here in this column, here in Hear Me Out, these problems are given, and then some solutions are given by other readers. So it helps that particular reader to discuss its problem, and it gives a chance to other readers to give their solution, so that it can help the problematic reader. So here we are having first problem is breaking a habit. As you can see in the picture, problem number 1. When I am nervous, I bite my nails. What should I do to stop? This problem is given by Jennifer, who is 11 years old. She lives in Mumbai. So this is how this section is in the magazine. One column is there in which the reader, if he finds some problem, he is to publish in the magazine, and other readers used to give its solutions, and the problem as well as the solution is printed in the magazine in this section, so that it helps the other readers who are having the same problem and who can overcome this problem. So this Jennifer, who is 11 years old, is having one problem, that when she is nervous she bite her nails. Now she is asking the solution, what should I do? So one reader, Anagha, she is 11 years old and she is from Pune. She gives the solution that I too used to bite my nails. My mother applied my favorite color of nail polish on them. She showed me how beautiful my nails looked if kept at the right length. I don't bite them now, or they would not look so good. So here she is giving, this Anagha is giving solution that I was having the same habit to bite my nails. Now my mother applied my favorite color of nail paint on them, and she showed me how beautiful they look. Now how beautiful my nails looked if kept at the right length. If she bit her nails, then what happens? Then the length of the nails gets short. So that doesn't look good. So for better looking, for beautiful nails, her mother applied favorite color of nail paint, and now she has overcome that wrong habit. Now she don't bite them now, and they would look or they would not look so good. That means if she keeps on biting the nails, what happens? The nails won't look good. So is the one solution given by Anaga. Now we having one more solution given by Linda, 16 years old, and she is from Nasik. She says, by now you know which situations make you nervous. Identify them clearly. These could be situations like taking a test or going on a stage. Tell yourself to be calm. Breathe deeply. Keep your hands firmly in your pockets or folded in front of you or behind you. Being conscious of what makes you nervous can help the situation. So what does Linda give solution to this problem? If she is having the problem, Jennifer is having the problem of biting the nails when she is nervous. So she says that identify the situations which makes you nervous. Okay, first you need to identify them. So which situations, such as if taking a test, while giving a test you are nervous, or while going on a stage you are nervous. Then at that time when you are going on a stage or giving a test, you need to tell yourself to calm down, and at that time you need to breathe deeply and keep your hands firm in your pockets or folded in front of you or behind you. ओके, तो हम अपनी ये जो वीकनेस है, ये जो नर्वसनेस है, उससे कॉन्शियस रहेंगे तो हमें ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो है हम लोग ओवरकम कर पाएंगे. So this what solution is given by Linda. She was 16 years old. One more solution is given by Amar, who is 15 years and he is from New Delhi. Okay, what he says, it is good that you realize it is not a good habit and want to get rid of it. You have succeeded in the first step of getting rid of bad habits. Identifying the habit, applying something that does not taste or smell good to your nails. It could be castor oil or lemon juice. Be careful not to put your fingers in your eyes or it would sting. Remember that what you apply must be edible. Every time you bring your nails to your mouth, the smell or taste will remind you to keep the hands off. This will help. I think it's a wonderful solution given by Amar, who is 15 years old. He says that if you want to get rid of habit, first of all it is very good because you realize that this habit is not good, and we do have many wrong habits, and the problem with us is we do not realize that it is wrong and it is going to harm us. It is not healthy for us. We keep on doing that because we find pleasure in it, but we need to overcome it. We need to avoid this habit. Why? Because it is not healthy. So first of all he realized that, he congratulates him, and then it is good that you want to get rid of it. Now you succeeded in the first step. Now what is the second step? That if apply something that does not taste or smell good to your nails. Okay, it could be a castor oil or lemon juice or anything, but it must be edible, because if you bite the fingers or if you bite the nails, then if it is not edible, then it is going to harm you more. Correct, it must be edible. Number two is it should smell bad, so that when you bring the nails near your mouth, it smells bad. Correct. So this is the solution given by Amar. Okay, so these are three solutions given to the problem of Jennifer. Correct. Now second is, am I invisible? Okay, let us see what is the problem. This problem is of Nikhil, who is 11 years old and who is from Mumbai. Problem is, nobody seems to ever notice me in class. I walk into the class when the school begins and walk out quietly when the school is over. None of my classmates ever talks to me or plays with me. What should I do? So here the problem of Nikhil is, this problem belongs to those students who are very introvert, who don't like to express themselves a lot. So Here he says that nobody seems to ever notice me in the class. Whether I am there, I am present in the class or absent, nobody gives a damn to it. Because when the school begins and when I walk out quietly, I come quietly, I walk out quietly, and none of my classmates ever talks to me or they play with me. So this is the problem of Nikhil. Let us see its solutions. Solution is given by Kamala, who is 15 years old and she is from Mumbai. She says, Nikhil, you didn't say if you are new to this school. I assume that you are. I too joined my present school about 3 months ago. I felt the same way. But I discovered that my classmate Minakshi loves to paint and read just as I do. I lent her some of my books and shared some of my ideas on pencil sketching and painting with her. And now we are good friends. My teacher put some of our sketches up on the notice board last Monday. Everyone noticed this and appreciate me. I feel a lot better now. So now one of the solution given by Kamala is that Nikhil, you didn't say if you are new to school. The same thing happened to me 3 months ago when I was new in the school. Okay, and I discovered that one of my classmate named Minakshi, she also had the same hobbies as I did. So I lent some books, my books to her, and some of my shared some of my ideas with her about the sketching and painting. So these hobbies joined them, and now they are very good friends, and even their sketches are kept on the notice board by her teacher. So this is the hobbies or skill that united her, and that made her good friends in the class. Correct. One more solution is given by Vishnu, who is 13 years. He is from Coimbatore. Okay. He says, maybe you are a shy boy like me. I do keep to myself. I like to go to school, listen to the teachers, do the tasks they give, read, or just be by myself during breaks and return home. Sitting in a quiet corner in the school bus. I, however, do not feel that no one notices me. I prefer being myself. Ask yourself, what do you want? What you want? If you want to be noticed by everyone, if you want people to talk with you, or if you want people to play with you, then go take the initiative. He says this, that maybe you're a shy boy like me, and I too keep myself everything to myself, and I also go to school, listen to the teachers, and do other tasks they give, read, or just be myself during the breaks. He also don't interact with the classmates and don't play with them. It is his own decision because he don't like to be noticed by everyone. So here it is his own choice. Then first you need to ask yourself whether you want to be like this or you want people to notice you. Okay, so this is a solution given by Vishnu. Now we'll move up to one more solution given by Manjeet, who is 37 years old from Chandigarh. I am a teacher. Usually I do not let my student be quiet for too long. I try to draw them out of their shells. Unfortunately, so far, no teacher seems to have done that to you. Sometimes, when we look at ourselves, we realize that we are too quiet or simply too shy. These qualities stop people from coming close to us. See if you can overcome your own problems. Your family can certainly help you. So this is Manjeet, 37 years old, and he is a teacher. He says that he also do not let any student of his class to be quiet for long. So in order to interact with them, in order to make them speak, he do certain activities. And he is very upset with the news that nobody has done that to him. Sometimes, when we look at ourselves, we realize that we are too quiet or simply shy. So, these are the qualities, being very shy and being very quiet. This stops people coming to you. So, if you can overcome this problem, then this is your own problem. This is said by Manjeet. And if you want to people to talk with you, if you want people to play with you, then what you need to do is You need to take initiative. You need to go out and talk with them. You need to take the initiative and start playing with them. That is how you can have this solution to this problem. Okay, so these are all, this is the comprehension skill. I made you understand this, but if you can comprehend it well, so I hope you first, what you need to do is first you need to read it by yourself and understand by your own, and then answer the questions asked to it. Okay, the first question is, Amar gives a few pieces of advice to Jennifer. What are they? What is your opinion about the advice? So here Amar gives a few pieces of advice. It's on page number 69. Okay, you need to read out what solution is given by Amar. You can read it and answer this question. Okay, I'll just write the answer. I'll just dictate the answer for you. Amar tells Jennifer to apply something that does not taste or smell good, such as castor oil or lemon juice, on her nails. So every time she brings her nails close to her mouth, the smell or taste will remind her not to bite her nails. This is good advice because it is practical and is sure to be effective. Okay, so this is your answer to question number 1. Now what you need to do is you need to understand what is comprehension skill is. What you should understand, you should try to comprehend what is being written. Okay, so this is the question. So in this same exam, in exam you'll have one paragraph. You need to read out that paragraph and few questions will be asked to you. So you have to read the paragraph 3 to 4 times in the exams, and then cautiously solve the questions asked to it. So now the first answer. Now question second is, this section is an excerpt from a magazine. Who might be the readers of this magazine? How do you know? Give 2 reasons. Okay, the readers of this magazine are school students. Correct, because as we see that majorly the answers given by the people are always 13 years, 15 years, or even 11 years, 15 years, 16 years. These all are school going students. Only one teacher has given answer, who is Manjeet. So this section is an excerpt from a magazine. Who might be the readers of this magazine? The school going students. Correct, the students and teachers might be the readers of this magazine. How do you know? We know this because their age is mentioned at the end of the comments. Give 2 reasons, and one of the comments has been made by a teacher, which shows that teacher too reads this magazine. Also, the problems mentioned, which include biting of nails when nervous and feeling invisible in class, are issues faced by young students in the classroom and at their home. So these are all the problems faced by students. So the main readers of this magazine are students and teachers. Okay, question number 3 is, this section is titled Hear Me Out. Do you think it is suitable title, and why? Hear Me Out is a suitable title for this section because it is meant for those who are feeling helpless and need help. Okay, they need people to hear them out. So that is why this title is very much suitable. Okay, question 4 is, what is Nikhil's problem? Whose solution do you think addresses the problem best, and why? So here the answer can vary. Okay, so if you think what is the problem faced by Nikhil, first you need to answer this. It is on page number 69 that Nikhil's problem is that he feels ignored because his classmates do not interact with him, and I think that Kamla's advice seems to be the best because she asked him to find interest that he shares with some of his classmates so that they can bond over these interests. Okay, so what he need to find out, that is there any student in the class who shares the same hobbies as he does, so these hobby can definitely jo- help him to connect with the classmate. Okay, so these were the 4 questions asked in your comprehension skill on page number 71. I hope you will fill your workbook with good handwritings. Now moving on to the page number 72 of your workbook, that is vocabulary, British and American English. Okay, question 1 is identify the British and American spellings and write down the words in the correct column. Okay, the options given in the brackets are color, center, archaeology, little, honor, theater. Okay, now before identifying them into the American and British English, as we all know that the accents and certain pronunciation and even the spellings are different. British English is different from the American English. Why? Because UK English and US English are both different. So their spellings are different, correct? So you need to identify. Majorly, I'll give you a hint in this that Americans do not use the letter U, correct? Because they don't find it important to use. For example, you can see the first word in the option is color, COLOR. Well, the correct spelling is COLOUR, correct? So Americans do not use the letter U majorly, correct, in the spellings. So if U is mentioned in the word, then it is British English, and U is not mentioned, then it is American English majorly. Okay, it's not all the time, but generally this happens. So here first is color, which is American English, as we don't find U in it. Number two is center. Okay, CENTRE, center. So it is a British word. Okay, British spelling. Because Americans use CENTER, center. And here Britishers use CENTRE. So in column A of American, we will write color. In column A of British, we will write center. Number three is archaeology. So it is a American spelling. Litter is also an American spelling. Honor, yeah, now here we can see U in it. So it is a British spelling. Theater, it is also a British English spelling. Okay, so for American, we'll use color, archaeology, litter. For British, we'll use center, honor, and theater. Okay. Now question number 2 of this says look at the objects shown. Choose the correct British and American terms for them from those given in the box. Then write them down in the spaces given. Okay. Here we are having some terms: taxi, lorry, corn, maze, truck, soccer ball, elevator, football, cab, fries, lift, and chips. Okay. So first, you in the picture you can see that it is a something like a car, correct? So which are the spellings, which are the terms which is used for this picture is taxi and cab, correct? So Britishers use the word taxi and Americans use the term cab for this picture. Okay, now in the question B you can see that it is a football, correct? So this term football is a Britishers, is belong to British, and for Americans use the term soccer ball. In the third picture, as you can see, is you can see in the option fourth option maize, correct? So Britishers use the word maize while American use the word corn. In the picture third D says it is a lift picture, correct? Britishers use lift while Americans use elevator. Picture E, Britishers says lorry and American says truck. Picture F, you will love this picture and ये तो आपको पता ही होगा. Britishers use it chips and Americans fries. So we always use French fries. So majorly American English is majorly influenced by French people. Okay, so that is why it is fries and Britishers calls it chips. Moving on to grammar section, adverbs of frequency. We have already discussed what are adverbs on frequency, adverbs of frequency in our previous video in the reading section of your course book, adverbs of frequency, and we have also solved one exercise. I hope you have done it in your textbook. So we'll have a quick review that what are adverbs of frequency. Now adverbs of frequency tells us how often something happens. Correct? वो कितनी बार होता है. How often that happens. And most of the commonly used adverbs of frequency are always. We have also discussed. You can check in the course book. There is one table given that always is used when there is a surety of 100%, usually, sometimes, rarely, never, often, frequently, seldom, often, and occasionally. These are all adverbs of frequency. So you have to use this adverb of frequency in our next exercise. It says in a sentence, adverbs of frequency are mostly placed before full verbs and after be verbs. So this is a hint given to you that you have to use these adverbs of frequency like always, sometimes, usually, rarely before full verbs. That is, when there are full verbs, you need to use it before and you need to use it after be form of verbs. Correct? Question 1 is underline the adverbs in the sentences below. Number 1, A. We seldom go to the beach. This is a very easy exercise. You will do it on your own. If you can do it on your own, please do it. Do not listen to this video. First, you do it on your own and then check your answers with me. Okay, question A says we seldom go to the beach. So, seldom is an adverb of frequency. You need to underline it. B. Never leave your car unlocked. Never. Correct? Now go and leave are all full verbs. Okay, go matlab jana and leave. Correct? So these are verbs. So adverbs of frequency always are placed before full verbs. Okay. Jaideep generally wakes up at 6 a.m. So here wakes up is a verb. Before wake up, that is generally is a adverb of frequency. So underline it. I always finish my homework on time. Finish is a verb. I always, okay, I always finish my homework on time. Always is a adverb of frequency. Though she is busy, Mindy visits us often. Often is a adverb of frequency. Question 2 is rewrite the sentences using the adverbs of frequency given in the brackets in the right position. As hint is also already given that it is used before full verbs and after be verbs, be form of verb. So first A. Shahana is late to school. Never. Here never you have to place this adverb of frequency at the correct position, at the right position. So Shabana, you generally you need to place it after is, am, are. Correct? You can use it after we, they. So let us understand this. Shabana is late to school. So Shabana is never late to school. So after is you need to put this never. B. Delhi is very hot in May. Delhi is after is usually very hot in May. Question C. Trains in this hilly sector are delayed due to technical problems. Trains in this hilly sector are frequently delayed due to technical problems. So after are and after is you need to place this adverb of frequency. On our way home from school, we sometimes stop for an ice lolly. Question E. Once an award winning actress, she is rarely in public these days. So, after is are, we are using this adverb of frequency. Okay. Question number 3 is make sentences of your own with the adverbs of frequency given. So, I'll let you solve it by your own. You need to do it by your own. This question 3 exercise. You need to use these adverbs of frequency and you need to make a sentence out of it. Okay, read the on the next page. We are having note making. Now, dear students, what is note making? You will be given 3 to 4 paragraphs. Okay, reading that those 3 to 4 paragraphs, you need to make a note of only the important things mentioned in each paragraph. So हर एक पैराग्राफ में जो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है उसका एक नोट बनाना है. करेक्ट? वो नोट it must be in such a way that it should reflect the correct meaning or correct important thing from the paragraph. Okay, so here read the following passage from ape to man. Correct, you need to, there are four paragraphs. I won't read it for you as because it is very easy paragraph. What you need to learn from this is you need to understand, you need to comprehend this whole passage, you need to read it thoroughly, not one time but two to three times. And the question is, imagine that you read this passage while preparing for a project on human history. Make notes for the passage, make sure to include the important points. So here as it is said that you need to include the important points. Okay, so dear students, what you need to do is first you need to solve this by your own. You need to make important points. For example, in first paragraph here it is written, I'll do it first point for you. Okay, Eugen Dubois was a Dutch army surgeon. He was also very interested in studying how humans developed from apes. In the year 1891, he was digging for fossils on the Bengawan River in central Java. He was hoping to find some remains. Near Trinil, he found many bones. So ये paragraph number 1 है. ऐसे ही हमारे पास 3 to 4 paragraphs are there. Now I can begin with the ancestors of human. The first point, the first note I can make out of this first paragraph is Eugen Dubois, a Dutch army surgeon. Okay, so he was a Dutch army surgeon. Second note I can make from the this first paragraph is found fossils near Trinil on the Bengawan River in central Java. मतलब मुझे ये दिखाना है कि यूगेन डुबॉय कौन है एंड उन्होंने क्या क्या फाइंड किया है, कहाँ पे फाइंड किया है. ओके, so these are 2 points I got from these first paragraph. Similarly, in the second, third, fourth, and fifth paragraph, you'll find some important points. I repeat, only important points you have to take and you need to make note of it. The note must be short enough to understand the meaning, but it should not be that short that it won't reflect the true meaning of the paragraph. Okay, so I request you to complete this homework and we'll discuss. I'll send you the PDF of this in our next class, but I'll request you to first do it on your own so that you can check your answers in our next video.